these stations.
Keep looking.
Oh, you're going too slow. Let me take the wheel.
It's too fast. How could you even tell what's on?
I can tell.
There it is. Back.
Too late. I'm in the 40s. Gotta go around the horn. Faster.
That's where I need to go.
Welcome back everyone, and it's time to go balls deep. And My Hero Academia just dropped the chapter revealing a 3-month time skip in which Thanos Shigaraki snapped his fingers to reveal all the heroes have disappeared. Well, the chapter begins with Captain Thickums. I mean, boy, look at them thighs. Now, Horikoshi, the creator of My Hero Academia, admitted himself that he likes his girls thick, and that's why he draws the women's who are queens in this manner. Captain Thickums is with the boys after the 3-month time skip heading towards a mission. However, we cut to a flashback from 2 months ago with Hawk. A quick reminder is that Hawks is a double agent for the heroes. This is because in chapter 95, the attack on Kamino occurred, which caused a public outcry and concern about the League of Villains on what they are capable of. In chapter 191, the Hero Public Safety Commission approached Hawks with the command that he had to become a double agent to infiltrate the League of Villains. They chose Hawks because he has demonstrated great negotiation skills and intelligence that has been taught to him by the commission themselves since childhood, as he revealed in chapter 258. Hawks has sharp eyes and ears. The commission feels as though they jumped the gun in the Kamino incident due to the lack of intelligence, which results in their decision of needing a hero that is a spy. Basically, the dude is the Itachi of the MHA universe.
Why didn't you kill me that day? Weren't you gonna break our bond? Sasuke!
The reason is simple. It's not that I couldn't break it, Naruto.
Like me, you may be one of the few who can use Mangekyo Sharingan, but there is a catch. Take the life of your best friend.
Hawk's role is to expose the ins and outs of the League of Villains because the heroes are doomed if they make the same mistakes twice, which is quite ironic as Hawks realizes twice is one of the keys for the hero's success. In chapter 258, Hawks has now come to the conclusion that since the League has evolved into the Liberation Army, if the villains make the first move, then they will win the war. That is why, cutting into the time skip, we see everyone on a mission to make a surprise attack on the mountains, as Twice has told Hawks intel on where Shigaraki is located, as he detects that Twice is actually a good-hearted person that is being taken advantage of. Hawks now knows this intel that Shigaraki is doing an experiment to gain a new quirk that will be even stronger than All for One, so he goes and tells the heroes. In the chapter, we see Hawks and Twice having a conversation regarding what he should say to his recruits about their ideology, where he reveals that Darby and Jiran don't care about it. This is because we all know Darby is actually a Todoroki, and his main goal is to get revenge against Endeavor. I have covered this in detail on my channel if you want to check it out. And Jiran just wants money.
Of course!
Twice is in love with Toga, and he mentions she's cute. Now, I don't know what he sees cute in her, because this bitch be crazy trying to kill all of us.
Be gone, son!
But this is an extremely important detail, as I will explain in a second. Anyway, we cut to the narrator explaining the knowledge Hawks has gained as a spy. We are told that Shigaraki's Liberation Army is currently divided into multiple units who have lieutenants. The army has over 100,000 members, where the original League of Villain members have become bosses of all the other units with separate tasks that they must do for the organization. Unit Black, or New World Movement Tactical Force, the leader being my boy Twice. Unit Violet, or New World Movement Raid Regiment, the leaders being Darby and Jetten. And now Jetten and Darby being together could also be foreshadowing of Endeavor and Shoto teaming up to fight them, as Darby's main purpose is to destroy Endeavor because he is also a Todoroki. Jetten's Ice Quirk and Darby's Fire Quirk could counteract with Shoto's and Endeavor's quirks, which will cause a brilliant fight of the elements, right? Next, there is the Unit Brown, or the New World Movement Support Unit, headed by Spinner and Mr. Compass. Then last but not least is the Carmine Unit, Unit, the New World Movement Intelligence Division headed by Toga. Now Hawks is literally, and I mean literally, the most important guy for the heroes right now because he admits the heroes will lose. Moving on, we see Hawks explain the ideology to Twice, that it's about destroying society that trampled on people's freedom and to allow everyone to fly instead of being trapped in a cage within society.
Tell you what you tell the police. Get what you f***ing deserve.
They are talking about what the PLA is all about and their ideals, and it seems like Hawk is trying to manipulate Twice into the hero's side and giving him information. Hawks knew Twice is mentally unstable and easily gullible, as we saw that in the start of the Overhaul arc, where he brought Overhaul to Shigaraki and caused trouble for the League. He would be a great asset to the heroes due to his quirk. Remember when Jiran said that realistically Twice's quirk is so dangerous that he could potentially take over the whole country on his own? This dude is literally becoming broken in the previous arc when he awakens his true power for Toga. That is why Hawk is so scared when he realized Twice has gotten over his mental trauma, as the foreshadowing of Twice's potential has come full circle. When Twice awakened his quirk during the Redestro fight in the Meta Liberation Army arc, if you can remember, he unlocked the power to create literal clones of whoever he chooses. He possesses the ability to clone someone to almost 100% strength of the original. He created 1,000 copies of himself, and his own copies then also created several more copies and clones of themselves. Multi-shadow clone jutsu in this bitch! Oh my god, I'm getting a bit too hype! This is insane! So that is why he is so important, and Hawk realizes that Shigaraki's plan is to use him to clone all the high-end Nomus. So instead of 10 high-end Nomus, I don't know, there will be over 9,000? How are the heroes supposed to beat the PLA when one high-end Nomu alone almost killed the #1 hero Endeavor and pushed him to his limits? Imagine if Twice created a clone of Shigaraki so he can be in multiple places for the war at once. On top of that, let's not forget the fact that Shigaraki will become more powerful than All For One according to the Doctor. On top of all of that, let's also not forget that he stole the quirk destroying bullets from Overhaul to reproduce them. Shigaraki has asked the Doctor to replicate the quirk removing bullets. Now if the Doctor cannot do that, he still has 4 bullets and they are supposedly 4 team bosses. I wonder what they want to do with that. I mean, each team have a target for that bullet, right? This is why it is so important that Aizawa mentioned in chapter 257, Eri has started her quirk training. She has to gain the ability to rewind people to give them back their quirks, as she will play a pivotal role in the war. Eri has to somehow give Mirio his quirk back, and I will do a video explaining this in detail for the future, so please smash the like button and the notification bell and join the community, guys. I really appreciate you if you join the community. Make a comment because we cover My Hero Academia on a weekly basis. So if we get to 10,000 likes, then I'll know this is what you want, because Eri is about to do something. Oh, it's rewind time. In chapter 229 to 232, Twice tells Mr. Compress how he overcame his trauma by stating he used love and courage. Another clone replies that a good villain would want to save his friends. So Twice realizes that Hawks is just like him, and they both believe each other that they are good-hearted people. Hawks tells us that he only thinks Twice is where he is because of his circumstances, as he was going through mental trauma due to his quirk. Shigaraki lent him a hand and gave him a purpose of some sort. Now because of Twice's gullible nature and kind heart, as well as not forgetting the fact that Twice is inspired from Deadpool, who is an anti-hero character that has worked for the heroes in the past in the comics, it isn't far-fetched to assume he will have a change of heart. I mean, Twice doesn't even know the PLA's ideology, and why is he fighting in chapter 258? The only thing he cares about is Toga, right? His girl. As we saw while he was fighting Redestro, he awakened his quirk just to save Toga. So let's say the heroes take advantage of this fact and threaten Twice about them hurting Toga. And since Twice is so gullible, he will believe them without evidence and betray the PLA for the sake of this girl. Or we can use Balls Deep Prediction Quirk, where a theory of Twice realizing the destruction the PLA is causing to the whole country, and they are actually doing the opposite of what he believed. They are actually putting people in a cage rather than freeing them like birds so that they can fly, as they discussed in this chapter. So just as he felt when he developed love for someone, that's what the heroes feel too. realistically his own heart is with the heroes. He only became finally free of his mental trauma because of love. But in the war, he will be doing the opposite. He'll be giving mental instability to millions and millions of people, and this will maybe cause him to self-reflect and think about what he's actually doing and betray Shigaraki. Not only all of that, but the foreshadowing of Twice betraying Shigaraki and actually becoming a hero is in chapter 230, when Compress says, "I don't have any idea what you're talking about, but it sounds like a hero story to me," when he confesses his feelings and what he thinks. And then Twice says, "If my friends are villains, it's only natural that I save them." So what if in the war he finally sees Hawk's revelation that he's actually a good person, he's a hero, then he decides, oh my god, I need to become a hero too. Deku does the famous talk no jutsu from Naruto and he says, "Yeah fam, I'm gonna be your friend too, I'm gonna be a hero." He's gonna self-reflect. As I said in my theory, Horikoshi is setting all of this up. Let's go back to explaining the army. So not only the 4 units, but the Paranormal Liberation Front forces consist of all 6 prominent members of the League of Villains that ultimately prevailed in the revival party, and members of the Meta Liberation Army who also survived the battle in Daika's city. Working alongside them are the former leaders of the Liberation Army, who each have exceptional abilities and influence. Under the command of the villains are all the remnants of the Liberation Army, thousands of citizens who are dedicated to Redestro's will, the former bodyguard of All For One, the hidden underworld leader Gigantumakia? I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, but this dude, this Titan is so broken, guys. If Twice duplicates this dude, how the flip are they gonna win, fam? They're not gonna win, bruh! And this dude and these guys, they can destroy a whole city with their ranks. I mean, on their own, they destroyed that city from before, but the heroes told them, let's not tell the news. In addition to all of this, there's also several pro heroes in their ranks that have betrayed Hero Society and are secretly working for them. So I'm talking about All For One's doctor on top of this. Bruh, I don't know how the heroes are gonna win, but let's talk about the end of the chapter, because this was like some Avengers shit. I mean, fam, look at Deku's face in the last panel. It says it all, doesn't it? Oh shit! Yeah, my guy looks like he shit his pants, yo! So you know the Titans are coming. They are so ridiculously OP. All the students are on the same mission just as last time at the same time. They are evacuating the city to attack the villain first due to Hawkeye's intelligence given to them, as we saw in this chapter, right? They need to do this if they want a chance to win. So maybe we will see the kids also awaken their quirks, since the doctor, remember All For One's doctor, he did mention that as generations pass by, the quirks get stronger and stronger and stronger due to his theory. This could mean why the kids awaken their true power faster than someone like Aizawa, who is almost 30 years old and hasn't awakened his quirk yet. I think everyone is gonna probably awaken their quirk, or there's gonna be another time skip in the future after this war and they lose it. I don't know what's gonna happen. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed everything, you understood everything that I have explained. Follow me on Twitter or Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time, as I'm gonna do the Bakugo time travel video, the doctor explaining if Deku's quirk got stolen, and debunking a couple of theories. Yeah, bye guys.